So when it comes for you to select a country to study abroad, it's not that easy decision, right? Like tossing a coin that, okay, if it's head, then I'll take country A. If it's tail, then I'll take country B. It's not that easy, right? I mean, some people, they do take decision in their life by tossing a coin, but I'm not that kind of a person. I always take decision based on my research and my analysis. And if you are someone who always do their research before taking any decision, then I would suggest that this video is for you. In today's video, I'm going to talk about all the factors to consider when you are selecting a country to study abroad. And I have personally used these factors when I was doing my research for me to do my master's from. So I was confused between three countries. It was Ireland, UK, and Canada. And in the end, I selected UK to do my master's from. And today's video, I'll talk about why I selected UK. So make sure you stay till the end of this video and let's get this started. Hi guys, this is Shabir Anulwala from SQuotient and welcome back to my channel. So the first and the most important factor for you to consider is academic program. So make sure whatever your field of study is, so the country of your selection is providing strong academic program in that field of your study. Second thing to consider is the reputation of that country in your field of program. Third thing is the ranking of the university in that country. And the fourth thing is what all resources you're going to get as part of your academic program in that particular country. So now let me show you the website that I was referring to when I was selecting my country of selection. So the website is guardian.com. If you might not have heard about Guardian, it is a very popular British daily newspaper. So as per Guardian, the top 20 universities for students to study is this. And the top 5 is US, UK, France, Australia, and Germany. And there are various reasons why these countries are making into top 5. The reason for that is because most of the top universities reside in this country, and also they are economic powers and the economy is really strong. So yeah, this was the website I was referring to before making my selection of studying abroad. So if you want, you can, link is below down in the description. Another important factor for you to consider is cost. So as I mentioned in my previous videos as well, studying abroad can be expensive. So make sure when you are selecting your country to study, so you are not only considering the cost of tuition fees, but you're also taking into account the cost of housing, the cost of transportation, the cost of food, and various other miscellaneous expenses, so that you will get a sense of what your budget will look like. And now I'll tell you what website I was referring to. So I was referring to this website called timeshighereducation.com. This is a very useful website and you can get the link down in the below description. So in this website, you will get to know the top 10 most affordable country to study. Also, you will get to understand the top 10 most expensive countries to study. So make sure that you have gone through this website and then you can understand if you are selected countries in either of this list, so that you can plan your budget accordingly. Another important factor to consider is language. So if you are planning to study in a country where the primary language of that country is not your native language, then you have to consider your proficiency in that language, and also you have to make sure that you understand their accent. I'm not only talking about non-English countries, but also the English-speaking countries. So talking about my own experience, so I can speak English, but when I came to the UK for the first time, I was finding it hard for me to understand British accent. So it will come with time, but you have to make sure that you are proficient in English. So I have a couple of my friends, they can speak English, but their proficiency is not that good. So when it comes for them to give their interviews, they find it very hard for them to answer the question that the interviewer is asking them. So make sure that you have the language proficiency, because it will not only help you in your survival in that country, but it will also help you when you are looking for jobs. And when I talk about European countries, so for example, France or Germany, it is very important for you to know German or France if you want to survive in that country, because they don't speak English. And if you are going for a public university in Germany, so they are going to teach you in German. So make sure you know German language and you have a good proficiency in it, so that at least you'll understand what your teacher is teaching you. And also when you are looking for job in these countries, so they are very strong on their language. So you have to make sure that you know their language, then only you can crack interviews. So yeah, this is very important factor. So make sure that you are confident enough in that language before you are selecting any of these countries. Post-study work visa is another important factor to consider if you are someone who wants to gain international work experience after they're done with their undergrad or masters, because it will buy you some time for you to look for jobs in that particular country. So make sure you take this thing into account when you are selecting your country of choice. Let me now refer you to the article where it shows that the top countries for you to study if you are looking for a post-study work visa. So number one is New Zealand. If you see, New Zealand has some really good post-study work visa program where you can stay in New Zealand for up to 3 years after you're done with your masters or maybe undergrad. Canada is another very good country which is welcoming to international students and international immigrants. So do have a look at Canada. Another country is Australia, but make sure that you are taking into account the cost of studies in Australia, because Australia is known for one of the most expensive countries to study abroad. Next one is United Kingdom, where I am currently residing. United Kingdom also has started their post-year student work visa, but it is very expensive to study in United Kingdom, so make sure you are taking that into account. The last one is United States. As you know that United States is superpower, so if you are working in the United States, that means that you will get H-1B visa and you will get higher chances for you to get employed somewhere else in the world if you have US experience. So do check out the courses in the United States as well. Another important factor for you to consider is logistics. So when I say logistics, I mean by visa and health insurance. So this is very important aspect for you to consider when you are selecting a country. So if I have to talk about my own personal experience, I wanted to do my masters from Canada, but then when I checked the eligibility, I got to know that in order for you to do masters from Canada, you need to have 4 years of undergrad, but I only had 3 years of undergrad degree. So that means that I need to have one additional year of diploma for me to be eligible for me to do my masters. So for that reason, I couldn't apply for my master's degree in Canada. So make sure you have not done that same mistake and you check for the eligibility criteria for you to do your field of study from that country in advance. Second one is health insurance. So health insurance is another important factor for you to research on. So some countries, they do provide healthcare in the student visa application itself. So for example, UK, so the healthcare is included in the visa. So when you are coming and studying in the UK, so the health insurance is inclusive in the visa and you don't need to pay anything extra on that. But if you want to go to the US, the health insurance is not included in the visa and healthcare is one of the most expensive in the US. So make sure you have done your research and then make your decision on which country you want to go to. So this brings us to the end of the video. I would say it's always a good idea for you to have a list of priorities and then do research countries based on those factors. You can always talk to study abroad office at that university. You can talk to students who are currently studying abroad for you to gain more insight and to know about what all factors you can take into consideration what you haven't took already. I hope that you find this video informative. If you do, then make sure to like the video. Put down in the comment section if you want me to put more such content which can be of relevance to you. And I hope that you like the video. Do subscribe to my channel and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.